We are live.
Hello, Facebook.
How is everybody? We're just getting things started. Just give us a few minutes. We're just making sure people can get in okay and
There's
kick
Chris.
off the show. What's up, Rod?
What's going on, everyone? How are y'all? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. Uncle Rod's here.
In the house, in the flesh, live and
In
in
the
color.
How are you doing today? How was your week? Since we talked last.
my week is slow, but it's all good. It's all good. It'll pick up hopefully, and I'm in good spirits as always. How is everyone else?
Good. I'm glad you are in good spirits. That makes me feel wonderful. We're all doing, I think, so far so good.
Yeah.
Waiting to see if we're having our usual crowd join us on Facebook. It takes the internet a little bit to get us started.
Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hi,
How are you?
Good.
How are you?
Jo says she's joining from her home computer, so it should show up as her name.
Okay, so then I will leave that person in the waiting room. Say safety is a big thing. If you
Yes.
are trying to get into our Zoom room, you have to come in with your name because I need to know who you are. And if you're trying to join, you must leave the room and then just come back. Come back with your name, so that way I know you're like a real person and not a bot. That's trying to join us. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Together Tuesdays. We have a special guest tonight. It is Kim and her adaptive sports team, which we're always excited for Kim to join us. And we're joined by Ted.
Hello.
He takes care of all things graphics on the internet. If you see anything on Facebook, Instagram, where else? LinkedIn, website, all
Social.
that. Ted takes care of that because I have no idea how to do all that fun stuff.
I just make things look pretty. That's all. That's all I do.
Ted, things look pretty. And we are joined tonight in our room by Uncle Rod. And I don't know where Uncle Rod's crew is.
I know we gotta talk to that, Rod.
I don't know. I wasn't on the set. I haven't been on the session for the past 2 weekends, so I plan on being back this weekend, but I haven't been on for the past 2 weeks. Maybe they miss me. Maybe they don't. I don't know.
They are not getting my tag, obviously. So we're gonna have to get onto our late night crew, our AMCers after dark. Hello, Sierra. Chris, good to see you. Always dedicated. You guys, next week, Chris is going to be on here sharing his story with us. Chris forgot.
It is next week. Yep.
Well,
You are scheduled for next week, Christopher.
I was trying to figure out my schedule. I was like, already? It's like, I know it's coming up. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out my videotaping thing. And I think this was supposed to do it. But I was like, I know it's coming soon. We're going to get it done.
Okay. And we're also joined tonight by Mike and his son. Is it Ryan? Did I remember that correctly? Hey, Ryan.
This is Ryan.
Hi. Hi, buddy.
Good.
How are you? Good. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And then we're also joined. Oh, well, tell us real quick, Mike. Where are you guys from?
We live just south of San Francisco.
Okay, awesome. Very cool.
Nice.
We're looking forward to going to Atlanta this summer. So
Awesome.
Can't wait to meet you guys in person.
Yes.
sure.
Sign up for wake surfing.
So I'm trying to convince him, he's being a little bit hesitant, so I was hoping if we sign on tonight, he'll be able to.
I'm hoping
Totally
I can
understand.
convince you.
He wants to do all the activities, but he hasn't figured out.
Aw.
Ryan, are you the one that signed up for all three?
What's that?
Are you the one that signed up for all three?
I don't know. My wife might have.
Yeah, I think that might be the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I
Yeah,
love
the
having
wake
two
surfing
awesome.
seems like it would be fun.
Yeah. Wake surfing is one of my favorites that's going to be there. So
Cool.
Very cool. Hey, Sierra, are you on?
Yes, I'm on.
How are you?
Good, you?
We missed you. You've
I
been
know.
away.
Yes. I know, busy.
Busy, busy.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. Well, good. I'm glad you're keeping busy. And I know you are looking forward. Are you coming to Atlanta this summer? You
Yes,
are.
I am.
Exciting.
And
Yay.
I signed up for the rock climbing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cool.
Chris signed up for the mountain biking, Chris.
Yes.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, so we're trying to convince Ted that he has to sign up for wake surfing.
Not gonna happen.
You can do
Sorry.
it. Mm.
This is like what, the third week in a row we've been trying to convince him.
I think so. Yeah.
I have 14 reasons in my spine why I'm not.
Okay.
I have spinal cord injury patients that go, so I'm not
I'm
sure that's
sure.
going to be an excuse.
Oh.
It's gonna be mine.
No limits, no excuses.
Mm,
We have to at least try to get you on the boat. On the
Yeah.
boat?
At least enjoy a $250,000 boat. Like seriously.
okay.
Boating has been about a couple times.
That wasn't a hard sell.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm being ganged up on here, right? I'm outnumbered. Like, I got 3 people on
Outnumbered.
this. Like, so,
Mm.
everybody's on it. Like,
As someone that was raised by a bunch of women, I understand, Ted. I get it. I get
sometimes it's just
it.
better to concede. It's be like, all right, fine.
Well, I think Colin's trying to get in, Ani.
Okay, so that must be them. Let's see. Y'all close your eyes if it's not them.
Yep, that's Colin right there. The
Okay.
U64. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then Kim, just sign Ted up. We're just gonna sign him up.
Okay.
You don't have to sign me up to go for a ride on the boat.
We'll convince him by the end
I mean,
of
once you're on the boat, it's just like one little gentle push over the edge.
It's just a push on. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I can swim and tread water, so I ain't worried about that. But I might jump.
I am so
Yeah,
there
the
with the
horizon.
camera ready. I might even be live.
Yeah. No.
I think I might have to sign up for this boat ride too.
Yeah, seriously. I'll take you, Sierra, if you want.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna sign up for the boat ride to watch them torture me. Got it.
I mean, whatever works.
I mean, if we don't have pictures, did it really happen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that's why there's no cameras. No cameras.
Exactly.
I admit nothing.
Okay, so Kim, is there are all of the sports, are they at the same time, or can you can you sign up for multiple?
It would be kind of hard. I think the wake surfing is from 9 to 2, so it's going to take the majority of the day.
Okay.
Then I know mountain biking is going to be in the morning and afternoon. So if you got the afternoon one, you would have to
Gotcha.
leave Lake Harding pretty early to get to the afternoon bike ride. So I would recommend just doing one at
Okay.
this, and then get your
So
feet.
right. So selecting the adaptive sport you really want to participate in, Ted, which is wake surfing.
I mean, I didn't even say it was my favorite. I'm just being told it is. But okay, I'll go play along. I'm a good sport.
Um,
Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay. We'll leave Ted alone for tonight.
for at least a couple minutes.
There's always next week too. I mean, it's 3 weeks in a row.
I
so.
think it's gonna be every week. I mean, it's been every week, so I'm just expecting it now.
Well, until you sign up, I don't think you're going to be left alone.
So
So
let's
That's
let's
true.
hear more about it then. What's the whole setup with the wake surfing? Let's
Take
jump
your
into
time, Ted. They might try to convince me next, so take your time.
You know, hey,
but I am wondering why you haven't signed up yet. So
I need a partner, man. Help me out. Help me
Uncle
outnumbered here.
Rod.
Come on, Rod.
Let's go,
So,
Uncle Rod.
I'm being
I don't even know
outnumbered.
if I don't know what time I'm coming in on that day, so you know what? Hey, that's where it is with me.
Excuses.
So if it's okay, can we talk a little bit about the mountain biking? Because Cullen's here and his
Yeah,
battery is
absolutely.
low. And I want him to be able to talk a little bit about trails, what he does, and a little bit about the mountain biking and kind of what to expect there. And then we can go into the other sports once Joe joins. And
Absolutely. She's on her way.
Sure.
so, oh, and there's Joe. So perfect. So this is Cullen. He works with Trails Adaptive in Utah. And he's like all things high tech and knows all about like biking and well, Cullen, you say what you do.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Thanks for letting me join in tonight. If my connection cuts in and out, I'm in a truck at a park post cycling, so that's the reason why. But I'll try and talk quickly and efficiently, which is not what I'm known for, but we'll see how it goes. So Trails, it's an adaptive sports program with the Nielsen Rehab Hospital here in Utah. We have a very unique outlook on adaptive sports where we're targeting populations of people that have not had equitable access to recreation before. It's looked much differently, specifically with skiing and sailing and biking. Those are the kind of the things that we really focus on. We involve a lot of technology into what we do. So, people with that upper level of complexity of disability will need to have more support, whether it's physical support and or technological support. And we're kind of trying to smush those two things together, focusing on technology more to allow for that like independent recreational experience. We're known for two big things right now, the Tetra ski and the Tetra craft. The Tetra ski is a sip and puff and joystick controlled sit ski that allows individuals that have power wheelchair skills and or only control of sip and puff, so any kind of breathing, to independently navigate ski hill. There's obviously restrictions with where we can go, but typically blue to green terrain. There is an instructor in the back. I'm sure Kim has shown everyone videos, maybe. Have you shared? Have you bragged or anything? Come on.
I mean, I have on Instagram. I don't think I have on this.
But there is an able-bodied instructor behind, kind of there as an emergency brake, and or like the ski is inherently stable. My coworker Keegan always uses this cheesy line like, the Titanic was unsinkable until it wasn't. The Tetra ski is super stable until it isn't. So we're there kind of as that backup, but most of it, I would say about 95% of the time, that instructor in the back is literally just there to kind of knock the ski down if it does start to tip. You can steer or manipulate the ski in whatever way, function, however your body kind of fits into the ski, we can adapt to that. So if you only have good left and right movement or good forward and backwards movement, we can adapt the ski so that you can still navigate the hill however best fits your physical ability. That technology has also been applied to a Hobie Craft 16-foot catamaran. So it has zip and puff and joystick control boat as well. If you only have use of your mouth and that's how you kind of navigate your typical day throughout the world, You have two different sip and puff controls that control the motor and steering, and then also the furling and unfurling of the sail. So everything, once you get onto the boat, is a completely independent experience. Again, that instructor is there as like
We might be losing you, Cullen.
everything goes sideways. We gotta do a couple.
There you
Am I
go.
unstable? It says I'm unstable.
Yep,
well,
you are
back now.
A little
unstable.
bit.
We lost you for
Uh,
a couple sentences, I think.
Okay. So the sailboat is controlled by like 2 or 3 different control inputs. You either have like a joystick like you would on a power wheelchair, or a combination of 2 sip and puff tubes instead of just one. One sip and puff tube is only for furling and unfurling the sail, so rolling the sail up or making it bigger. And then the other sip and puff tube would control. Please don't park there, dude. I'm not going to get out. Never. I'll deal with that later. One and another sip and puff. The joystick is also there to navigate forward, backwards, left, right. Anything in that realm. And we're also looking for different ways to, we're calling it, we made like a verb to tetrify other pieces of equipment. So we're working on a sip and puff and joystick controlled mountain bike. It's based off of a couple other pieces of equipment that are made by a French company called Tessier. It's a 3-wheeled bike. We're kind of tetrifying that. And then we also have in the works, we're looking for a way to tetrify Nordic skiing. So Nordic skiing for not able-bodied person typically involves 2 poles and full self-propulsion by your arms. That doesn't work for everyone. So we're working with a company from Finland that is creating this thing called the E-Lily. It's a snow scooter, basically. We're working on a way to tetrify that, so it'd have 2 little outriggers so you can bounce back and forth, and then forward and backwards to kind of control the tread underneath. Underneath the ski. We also do, we don't only focus on this like upper level of complexity disability. We also teach individuals with spinal cord injuries at like lower level how to mono ski or mountain bike or hand cycle or any other range of activities really that we offer. Does that cover it, Kim? I mean, I don't like to talk too much, but is that what you want? Do you want any more? Do you want me to brag any more?
We have
can
plenty
definitely
of
do that.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if you can talk a little bit about like, I know you won't be doing the actual biking at the conference, but
Mhm.
like how that's gonna look. If people want to sign up for biking, what can they expect?
Yeah. Depending upon ability of upper body and or lower body, there's a range of different adaptive cycles. I'm just going to use Kim is the only person with AMC I've ever met in my entire life. So Kim is my AMC, where that's who so I did some research today. There's like a range of abilities, obviously, with a lot of disabilities. So Kim right now uses Reactive Adaptations Mako, which is a bike that she didn't think she would like in the beginning, but we knew she would like it in the end. It is an electronic mountain bike. She controls the bike with a thumb throttle. So she has a thumb throttle on the left, and then we use quad brakes. So they look like little levers. So all she has to do is flex her wrist forwards or backwards to engage both brakes. Depending upon arm function, you may be able to utilize the hand cranks that kind of come out in front of here, and then they're able to move your hands kind of outside here to steer the bike. There's a range of different bikes. There is literally a bike for everybody out there. It's just how you go about finding the bike that works best for you. And that's kind of like what we specialize in as well.
That was the
And
thing.
what?
Well, that was the thing is that I was very resistant to the bike you wanted me to try. I'm like, I'm not gonna
Yes.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like this is, we may not understand disability, like what your world is typically, but we understand functionality, and we try and bring the best out of that with like combination with that individual. So it's a lot of time spent tinkering and wrenching and adding foam in places that you feel like you may not need. but we are like our specialty is like looking at setup for individuals to be the most functional on that functional and efficient on whatever piece of equipment they're trying to use. Yeah, biking is like a big can of worms that you could do endless things with. There's so many bikes. You just start digging and diving into adaptive biking, you'll find a range of different companies with a range of different styles of bikes.
Mhm.
And it's so fun. So fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean like the thing like you'll like if you go online, start Googling adaptive biking, you'll see like some absolutely wild, terrifying, crazy things, but like that doesn't have to be your style of recreation. Like you can level up or level down to whatever you want it to be. And then also like people use adaptive biking as a form of hiking, as a form of access to other kinds of recreations like fishing or hunting. They'll use their bike to do a range of different things, not just as a physical bike. And there's different kinds of laws out there to make sure that if you want to go hiking on a specific trail in a national park, that you're able to do that. There's lots of different things out there that allow people to kind of access maybe they can't in a wheelchair and access it in an adaptive bike.
Nice.
You guys have any questions for Cullen? For me?
How would somebody who is interested, who doesn't know, like, where would you recommend that they start? Like, would it be through like a Google search, or is there like certain pointers, like certain directions that you would rather see them go to rather than just a Google search?
Yeah, I think the first thing that you can do, we're not a chapter of Move United, but Move United is like a big governing body for adaptive sports. They are like my kind of first introduction for basically everybody, no matter disability, whatever that looks like for that person. That's kind of like where I like to send them first. It gives the broadest amount of information possible.
Nice. Okay.
Find a program that you trust.
Mhm.
I think I created a handout for people because I know like this whole world of adaptive recreation is scary. It's like you're trusting somebody with a crazy mustache and long hair to teach you how to do something that like you're like, why am I even here? What is the point of this? But there are programs out there that sink all of their time. Like this is my only thing I do to put money in my bank account and food on the table because it's awesome. It's super fun.
Nice.
There are programs out there that aren't going to understand what your ability level is, how you function in life. So like coming with questions to make sure that you know that they know what your ability level is, like describing yourself, like being open with them. There is no like money grabbing programs really out there. So if they feel like they can't help you in any kind of way, they may know somebody else that does.
Gotcha.
And Move United has like a map of like, I want a program in this area of Arizona, and it'll list all of the different Move United chapters.
Okay.
Within that region. A great starting point. And then finding an instructor in a program you like to kind of continue to push your recreational experience to figure out where your limits are is also another great way.
Nice. Okay.
I just I showed up. Like I didn't know what to expect. And so my very first experience, I just went and was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's try it out. And then it was all uphill from there. And it was awesome. But yeah, I think that's a big key is just showing up and being ready to try.
Absolutely. Ryan's mom, did you have a question? Just wanted to make sure. I saw her messing with the phone, so I didn't know she was trying to unmute.
Okay, thank you guys. I was just wondering, I was just trying to like write down Move United because I've been looking for something in my area, and I haven't tried anything here for like an adaptive bicycle for my son. So I'll check out Move United. So thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And also, if we want to exchange information, we can help guide that process too. Like we kind of like what we do, what we're here for. So
Yeah.
And what would be the best way to get a hold of, like, would it be through the email or should we contact through Kimberly?
email.
How would you?
Yeah, email. The email is fine.
Okay.
Um,
We might be losing him, but I can get
Yeah.
that email to you.
email will work great, honestly. And if you can't find trails, I'll guide you with that.
Okay.
For that,
Oh.
like it's really up to you. It's nerve-wracking. You know that's like uncomfortable. So like putting yourself in these uncomfortable situations. That's kind of after that we can help guide you a little bit, but then like you gotta go.
Yeah, it's 90% of it, right? Just getting your foot there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yeah. Is
Very
there an
great.
age limit, Cullen, for the bike riding?
Is there an age limit?
Yeah, like, do they have to be 14 or 10 or?
Not with most programs, there typically isn't. Basically, what we would want to see, like they may be run through a course to make sure you can brake appropriately before you go out into the road, or that you can steer, the hand signals, all these things. I mean, like, I've taught a kid to ride a bike that had spina bifida at 6 years old. We were in the parking lot. It's like it depends upon that individual, I think, more or less. I think that's the big thing.
Great. Thank you. And then there's Cullen's email.
Great. I will let everybody know. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Cullen. Appreciate it.
All important
Alright.
questions to call and ask your local adaptive program too. Age limit, they're like open books.
Awesome.
Absolutely. All right, Kim, do we want to switch over to wake surfing?
Yeah. So Joe is the director of Arizona Adaptive Water Sports, and she is the one that got me into first water skiing and then wake surfing. And so I have three favorite sports: wake surfing, tetra skiing, and mountain biking. And I think wake surfing is right up there with this tetra ski. Like I love it. It's so much fun. And so I wanted Joe to talk a little bit more about her program and what wake surfing is what we can do with wake surfing and how that all works. And so take it away, Joe. I
You're
think
muted.
good.
Okay. Waiting for permission to talk. Thanks so much for having me on this evening. I'm very excited. We're heading out to Atlanta to meet some of you guys out on the water. Let's see, we've been doing adaptive water sports for a really long time. The exciting part about doing water sports is so many people can do it, whether you're water skiing, you're sitting, and then you've got outriggers. So if your trunk strength is not super strong, or your arms aren't super strong, you don't need to have those arms and trunks to pull the rope and stuff. You can have an amazing time on the water. So you can sit, it's seated. No, we don't strap you in. That would be very dangerous. We would never do that. Okay. So there's your first one. But you do have to feel pretty comfortable in the water, meaning you have to be able to hold your breath for 10 seconds. That means you don't even have to roll yourself up to a floating position, because we have these specialized daisy maids that help float you up. But we just need to know, can you hold your breath until we can get there? And so there's a water intake test that you have to do for that. Hold your breath for 10 seconds. And then so as far as the water skiing part goes, that's how you do that. And you can just sit and ski, and it's got outriggers, so you're not going to fall over. It's just a really fun time to be out of your chair on the water, feel the water running into your face, and just having a really good time on the water. So that's the water skiing part of it. Another piece that people don't know, when we're water skiing, we're doing wake surfing on this round. But if you ever come out to Arizona, or you hit any of these other programs around the country that do adaptive water skiing, which I highly suggest that you do, we have 2 jet skis. When you come out to Arizona and you plan your trip to Arizona, it's going to be amazing. So listen, we've got jet skis on each side of you. So as soon as you go down, your jumper is right there. Most of our skiers are like, I was fine. And then this lady came flying out of the air and just landed right next to me. So yeah, it kind of scared me a little bit. But it just gets you back in the ski. The other thing too is if the skier gets in any trouble, we have what's called a quick release on the boat. It's a center pylon. And so boom, we can there's so many safety features that go into this. Okay. You guys are gonna be like, wow, this is pretty awesome. And you're gonna feel safe and you're gonna have fun. And in most cases, when you come out to the water skiing, your family can get on the boat and cheer for you and take pictures of you while you're just threading. You're just rocking it. So that's the water skiing part of it. Now, wake surfing, Kim just killed it. Kim she's just taking the tag off the mattress everywhere she goes. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty exciting. So we have the largest adaptive division that I'm aware of. I was just told that through someone who surfs quite a bit in these competitions. We had six in the adaptive division when there was a wake surfing competition here about 2 weeks ago. 3 for the seated and then 3 for standing. We didn't have anybody who was prone because Kim moved to Utah and she was skiing on the snow instead of the water. So what I'd really like, so that's what you'll see. If you go to our website, you'll see Kim front and center. We have a Centurion. Centurion's our boat provider. And they did this really great video when Kim was competing for the first time in the adaptive division in Utah. It was freezing on these guys and she is tearing it up. She went supine and she's just rolling in and out of the wave. So these boats though, you guys, they're supercalifragilistically awesome. Okay. They put off like a 20-foot wave. So these boats have these ballasts in the back. So the boat gets really heavy in the back. And then it puts off like you can go 20-foot wave. And then because you can say, I want the wave taller, I want the wave longer. I don't even do my hair as good as they do these waves. A little taller, please, on the wave. Okay, if you don't mind, thank you.
Right.
And so that's pretty exciting that you can do that. And then so with Kim, she got sponsored by Soulcraft, and they customized a board for her. And I don't know if she's bringing it out, but I hope so. So if anybody wants to try it, they can. So you can either go on your belly. And you're just shredding, you're just up in that wave, back and forth. Or you can try standing if anybody wants to do that, or you can go seated. So those are the options there. Again, the same concept. You have to be able to hold your breath for 10 seconds. And then we have somebody in the water to coach you. We have a coach in the boat, and then we have pro drivers for you.
Nice.
It's pretty supercalifragilistically awesome.
Nice.
Love that word, and I don't think people use it enough. I just don't, and I think they should.
I agree.
So, yeah. So that's so we're excited about doing that in Atlanta, and we're doing it with Way for Warriors, and their program is nationwide. They primarily work with veterans, but he has all the adaptive division, the adaptive stuff, and then we're bringing stuff out from Arizona too. So we just got some really sweet buckets from France.
Nice.
Okay, we got buckets from France. Okay.
Celebrating.
Yeah, you'd be like, does this bucket make my butt? No, I'm just kidding. But anyway. So do you guys have any questions? I mean, I kind of covered it all. At the end of the day, I would just highly encourage you to participate, even if you're like, I don't want to get in the water, I don't know what I can do. Get on the boat. You don't know until you pull into that driveway.
Yeah, Ted.
You just don't know,
Ted,
right?
Have you been watching this show? They've been pushing me every week.
Have it?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm outnumbered here. I'm completely outnumbered.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So yeah, we'll see you with your swimsuit on and your sunscreen on. So
There
yeah,
you
Ted,
go.
it's go time.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Is there
So if somebody had any questions, Joe, what would be the best way to contact you if they were looking? I know you get the forums and you see you signing up, so I'm curious to
Right.
know if you wanted us to share any information like that for them.
well, you can reach me on email.
Okay.
jo@azadaptivewatersports.org. Or they can call 602-228-3660, and we can walk them through everything. And everybody who's signed up, Dave's the other coach out of Atlanta, and Dave and I are going to be reaching out to all the athletes that are interested in shredding some water out of Atlanta. So this will be fun.
I think I like what.
Yeah, I've oh, sorry.
Go for it.
I did water skiing when I was a teenager. I participated in a summer program for people with physical disabilities, and we did everything. We did water skiing, we did canoeing, we did sailing. We even did like rope climbing. That was a little scary. But it was a lot of fun. And yeah, water skiing was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Hopefully you'll come out and try a little bit of wake surfing.
No, I'm gonna do the rock climbing, I think. So
Okay. All right.
Until we convince you otherwise.
What'd you say?
Until we convince you otherwise.
Yes, until I think by the end of tonight, everyone's gonna be going wake surfing.
I hope so.
Even Ted.
You can't go wrong with any of those activities that they're providing, which is fun.
No.
You know, but I will say the wake surfing, as far as like cutting edge, what's the new cool hip thing to do? That's pretty cool, hip and new. As far as across the board, you know, in all water sports, wake surfing is just taking off because young ages can do it, older people can do it. It's not so hard on your knees, it's not so hard on your body. It doesn't jar you, kind of like water skiing does. So that's the blessing of the wake surfing part of it.
That's
and then you get to go on these really sick, awesome boats that are just,
You go a lot slower, I feel like. And so if you do fall, when you do fall, you just kind of roll off and end up in the water. It's nice and it doesn't hurt. It's fine. It's good.
Well, that's the other thing too, is you can tell your captain, you know, a little slower, a little faster. And yeah, I think the average speed, you know, for some of the adaptive divisions, and like all of them are typically like 11.2. So 11 miles an hour is all you're doing. You go faster in your power chair than you do on I'm just kidding, but yeah. Yeah.
Any questions about
and I know some people get nervous about going. I was just gonna say, you know, some people have a fear component, right? And the only thing you have to worry about really is seeing me in a swimsuit. But most people get over it. So just get on the water and let's go have some fun.
I was gonna say, which lake is this gonna be at?
This is gonna be at Lake Harding.
Okay. So it'll be not Lake Lanier.
No, it'll be at Lake Harding, which I think is about an hour and a half away from the conference. So it's a bit of a drive, but I guarantee it'll be worth it.
Yes, so everybody that is signed up will have to plan accordingly. Make sure you're out there in time. Ted.
Might have to drive me, but I'm just saying.
Oh, that's no problem.
Someone who lives in Atlanta, just a heads up, just add an extra 30-40 minutes to whatever time your GPS says, because traffic's going to be
yeah,
a little crazy.
There's gonna be like a big event there that week, so
right.
But it'll still be fun.
Yes.
Sherry, are you gonna sign up? Are you gonna do it?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
You should
I think
definitely
I think about it. You know, I'll drive anywhere for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hang out on the boat with Ted.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will be bringing my board, Joe. So if people do want to try it, they're more than welcome to. What I love about the board that was made for me was the handles. I do not have great grip in my hands at all. And so the handles are easy for me to hold on to. And they also kind of put something for my elbows to kind of also stabilize my body too, so that it was easier. So I didn't have to have all my grip in my hands. It's in my elbows too, which are a lot stronger than my hands. So that
Nice.
is definitely something if you want to try it. And then you're bringing your prone board too, right, Joe?
Yeah, I'm bringing a couple of those, and he already has a lot of that stuff out there, but I'm bringing that that seated one that we're getting, dialed in on over here. And then I was going to say too, again, another safety team with wake surfing. There'll be a jet ski in the water with jumpers with you guys, and so yeah, safety and fun are the two primary things. We break barriers and we refresh souls. That's what we do.
Nice.
So let's go break some barriers and have some fun. Sound good? Cool. Well, does anybody have any questions for me?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm sorry, what can you tell me what's the 10-second water or holding your breath test? What just how does that work?
Okay, so typically, and it's a good time to start practicing now, right? So you have to be able to hold your breath down in the water for 10 seconds. Right, so that would be the water. So some people start in their bathtub, they start in their pool, or they go to the gym and start practicing it. And like I said, you don't have to be able to pull yourself back up to a floating position. We're there to help about, we can help about that. We just want to know when you go down, do you feel comfortable enough to hold your breath until we can get there? And that's the most important part. And what's your level of comfort? It's sometimes with people who sustain a spinal cord injury, if they had dove into a pool and broke their neck, there's some stuff they're going to have to work through with getting their head completely submerged in the water again. There's some trauma stuff to go over. That won't be an issue for Atlanta, but so that's the other reason too. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel safe? Are you nervous? And then also getting to know your team, right? Instead of being like, I don't even know this guy that just jumped in right behind me, but I've been with this guy, he's been with me from the beginning to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, and also you guys, if you want to see it, go to our website. Go to our website and you can literally watch the video on it, and you can see someone doing the water intake, and he goes on to explain it, what it is. So you're like, oh, okay, I get this now. Yeah, if you need more explanation.
And that website is Arizona Adaptive.
Yeah, you can just Google Arizona Adaptive Water Sports and we'll pull up. Yep.
And we could put it in the chat as well if you want
Yep,
to.
it's actually, I'm adding it right now.
It's on top of it. All right, Kim. So for anybody that has missed previous episodes of you guys being featured, we have about 20 minutes. So if you want to start just kind of from the beginning, how you got involved. I think your story is so powerful, and I know that we've heard it a number of times, but we do have new people here, and of course new people watching or might watch later. So if you want to introduce yourself, how you got started, all that fun stuff, and then if you have a video that you want to share with our audience, please do so.
Yes. What video? Because I did find that skydiving video.
That works. That
but-
works. Sky's
but
the
that
limit
was
with Kim.
that was well before my adaptive sports years, so it's still kind of fun. So yeah, I didn't know adaptive sports even existed until almost 3 years ago. It hasn't even been 3 years. I can't believe it. But I learned from the Abilities Expo. I went there just to see if there's any information about my wheelchair or my car or anything like that, new tech for that kind of stuff, and happened to run into Arizona Adaptive Water Sports, their booth there. Nope, sorry, Arizona Disabled Sports. Water sports came later, but and then so I talked to them and they were like, yeah, we're starting kayaking up, and if you wanted to come join us. And so I hesitated for a while because I wasn't sure how it would work, and but then I was like, I gotta do something. I'm tired of my job and need something that's more fun. And so I did. I showed up and was like, okay, let's see how this goes. And I was able to get on the water in Tempe Town Lake, which is the most disgusting lake in the world, but I was on top of it, and I was able to, because of the adaptions they were able to do, I was able to row on my own after they rowed with me for a while because they did, because of safety. And so I did that for the whole season. And when the season ended in, I think it was November, I was talking to the coach and I was like, this has been fantastic. Is there anything else that I can do? And he was like, you should try snow skiing. And I was like, there is no way I can ski. I don't have the balance, I don't have the strength, I don't have the ability. And he was like, yes, you can, and you should. And so he convinced me to sign up for an event in February, 3 years ago now, where they had the Tetra ski. It was fairly new to Arizona, and so I showed up again. I just showed up, and I met Truman, who wasn't able to be on the call tonight, but he'll be at the conference. And he kind of explained the Tetra ski a little bit like Cullen did, but it was more of, you're going to be independent with this, and we'll get you up to the top of the mountain and let you go. And I was like, okay, let's see how that goes. So we got up to the, well, on the way up to the lift, or on the lift on the way up to the top of the mountain, we passed over some moguls. I don't know if you know what that is, but those are like really hilly, black diamondy type hills. I guess Cole could explain it better, but anyway. But Truman teasingly was like, we're gonna do that. And I'm like, because I've never been on the snail. So I was like, okay. And he's like, no, we're not. Anyway, so we got up to the top of the hill, and he showed me how to use the joystick. He showed me kind of what to expect. And then he let me go. And it was the first time I flew, I feel like, and I just haven't stopped since. Like, it was the best, most freeing feeling that I have ever felt. I was able to do it. I controlled the ski on the way down. I didn't hit anything or anyone. And it was the most fun I have ever had. And I have gone skydiving and I have done paragliding, and I would do the Tetra ski hands down anytime over skydiving or anything else. Because it is the most independent I have felt in the mountains, and just the most free. Like, I don't want to give it away, but in the presentation for the conference, Cullen, I asked Cullen which way we're gonna go, and he was like, whatever you want, you're in charge type thing, you know? So it's me that is skiing. I'm not going for a ride. And then since then, I got a bug in me, and I decided that I needed to try anything and everything I could get my hands on. So I've tried about 20 different adaptive sports since 2021 and or 22, whatever year it was. And I just love it. And that's why I want to bring it to the AMC conference, because I don't feel like people with AMC are represented well in adaptive sports. And we need to be. We have unique situations and circumstances, and the adaptive sports community can help with that, and they need to help with that. And I don't know, it's been so special to me. In fact, because of adaptive sports, I got a new job and I live in Utah now. And I was able to leave my family, and not able to, but I did leave my family, and I have a new family with the trails team, and it's been it's just been,
Celebrating again.
it's just been a trip like that I'll never turn back. It's been so great.
That's
So,
all.
yeah.
That's awesome. We love hearing your story, Kim. And if you are attending the 19th Annual AMC Conference this year, you will get to hear Kim speak. She is our keynote speaker this year, which is exciting. And we'll also be live streaming. So, those of you at home will get to watch as well. So Kim, do you want to queue up that video? I'd love to see
Yeah, let me see.
airplane.
So it is about 9 minutes long. So let me get
Skip to the good part. You could skip to the good part. We have 9 minutes. I mean, you could skip to the good part. If there's a song or a TikTok sound that everybody uses, can we skip to the good part?
Oh, it says they're not able to share.
Oh no. Do you have,
It's disabled.
let's see. Ted, do you have the thing to be able?
Oh wait, maybe I can now. Let's see.
Okay.
maybe-
Yeah, I said multiple people can share. So yeah, try now.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I might like fast forward a little bit. I do like that quote. Can you see it okay?
Yes. Very cool.
I apologize, I haven't. Okay, so this is, we're getting taken
Getting
off.
ready. Taking off.
And so you have to realize this is back in like 2000, so the video quality is not. But let's skip.
I just remember the photo that you shared, Kim. I think it was way back then. Was it with the your wheelchair, right?
Oh yeah, that was with paragliding. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. So that's me in my melon head helmet.
Check you out.
This is my most favorite part of the whole video right here.
Oh, wow. So Kim, you are a daredevil for sure.
How did it feel
Wow.
jumping out of the plane and just being in the sky like that?
It was amazing. You know that feeling, I don't know if you know the feeling of being like on a roller coaster and like dropping really fast.
Oh
It's-
yeah.
It's nothing like that.
Oh,
I felt like I was flying.
Wow.
Honestly, like I felt like I didn't get the pit in my stomach or anything. It literally felt like I was flying for a few seconds. And
very cool.
yeah, it was fun. You can't tell from the video, but your cheeks are just like flapping.
So Kim, do you have like a YouTube channel that our folks can visit to see like all of the sports that you have been involved in, or
I have Instagram.
Instagram?
I'm not high tech enough to understand how to do YouTube yet, so if someone wants to show me, then I could do that. But
Okay.
um,
And Ted could put your at sign.
I'm
Where
on
to
it.
find you. Melissa says I'm never doing that. I don't know that I could be brave enough to jump out of an airplane.
it was so fun. It was, yeah. At that time, it was the best thing I had ever done. So this is the guy that's filming landing, and then he'll
Very cool.
and then I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit. That's me.
You did it, Kim. You did it.
Hi.
That
And that girl running up is my best friend. She was a skydiving instructor at the time.
Aw.
That's how I got to go, was because of her. So,
Oh, look at that. Look at that hug.
but anyway, that's me skydiving.
I love that. I probably would have hugged you too, just like that. But
Yeah.
oh, that is sweet. Just such a sweet moment. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a few minutes and I can kind of run through what we've got going on coming up. Cullen, thank you so much. Joe, thank you. I know she had to hop off. Kimberly, thank you so much for joining us yet again.
Yes.
And of course, we will update everybody on adaptive sports. How are we doing on fundraising? Any updates do we need to share?
We could definitely use more funding if at all possible.
Okay.
We are able to at least fund the biking and the climbing now.
Okay.
It-
Perfect.
We still need funding for all our agencies to come. Like they're all paying out of pocket to be there for us. So if there's any way that we could help them get there, that would be amazing.
Okay. And we'll do a couple more shares of your fundraising video. Obviously, we'll try to push that out here in the next couple of weeks just to see if we can. And if you have like some goals in mind, I know that our families are very goal oriented. So when we said $28, I hope you got like a ton of $28 donations to tip you over the edge. So that kind of helps when you reach a certain goal. You know, let us know those little amounts help to push it out. And they're like, I've got $28. So that helped with I believe paying Catalyst Sports, right? That $1,000.
Yep.
Perfect. So we are doing some active fundraising for the adaptive sports activity that's happening on the 3rd at the 19th annual AMC conference. Y'all, it is 79 days. 79 days until we see each other in Atlanta. Very, very excited. And we are just 74 days from AMC Awareness Days. We have a number of folks that are applying for the AMC Awareness Proclamation. So get on your governor, your mayor's, your city council website, and you can apply for a proclamation for your state, city, township, whatever. And they have a section where you put the whereas statements, and all of that information is on our website under the AMC Awareness PR packet. Everything that you have to put into the application, and if you're missing something, just let us know. We're happy to help you apply. Some websites do not have the proclamation request. You have to call the governor or the mayor or the city to request one, and usually they're pretty happy about doing so. The 2 states you do not have to apply in Utah or in Kentucky because it is like law there, which is really cool. Our families did the work to make it official every year in those 2 states. So hopefully we could also work on some other states. There are some states that decline every year. So I can't remember exactly which ones they are, but hopefully we have a good amount of proclamations come in, recognizing June 30th as AMC Awareness Day. I don't have very many announcements besides get your applications in for the conference scholarship. So if you want to attend the AMC conference this year, if you are an adult with arthrogryposis and it is your first time attending, you can get your registration costs, your lodging, your travel expenses, and you get a daily per diem, all covered thanks to generous donors. So you can, there's one that's specific to Canadian residents, and then we have one that is for all of US. So for a chance to win, please apply by, I think, Sunday. I'm closing down or Ted is going to shut down the applications for that. So if you have any silent auction items, or if you pay attention to our socials, we do have a wish list Wednesday. So we have an Amazon wish list for items that we will need at conference. And that helps us tremendously. There is a butter braid fundraiser. Information is on our website. If you need assistance to get to conference and don't qualify for the AMC conference scholarships, there's other opportunities. We have several families that are doing personal fundraisers. They're doing raffles, calendars, really cool items, collecting items to sell, yard sales, bake sales, all that fun stuff. So lots of great ideas. There is 2 events coming up. So in May, there is the Ohio meetup. I believe it is in Dayton, so a small AMC meetup there, and then also in St. Louis, the end of May, so May 25th, May 26th, I believe it is. And so that is a one-day conference, I believe. So there's actually going to be some speakers, some medical professionals that will be there, as well as a fundraiser tied to it the very next day. So that's in St. Louis. And our 4th International Symposium for Arthrogryposis is being held this fall in Montreal, Canada. So if you are interested in attending that and meeting over 150 international doctors who specialize in arthrogryposis or who run their own clinics, their AMC clinics overseas, and obviously all the doctors that are here as well that specialize in arthrogryposis will be there. The tickets are actually on sale, and you'll see promos for that come out on our website and our socials as well. So we would love to see you in Montreal as well. And let's see, next meeting, we will have Chris join us to share his story, which is exciting. And that meeting is April 23rd. And I think that's all I got. Ted, did I miss anything? And it's 10 o'clock, 10:01.
I mean, again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. It was a great night talking about all the different bike and wakeboarding adaptive sports. You know, next weekend we're going to talk to Chris and hear about everything that he's got going on. And that if you made it, if you're watching this far, tonight's secret word is sports. So if you email us in at info@amcsupport.org, the word sports, you could be the lucky person to win an item from our shop. And with that, I just want to say be safe and be strong, everybody. Have a good week. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank
Sign up
you.
for wake surfing, Ted.
Take
Sign up
care.
for wake
Much
surfing.
love, everyone.
I have
Good
a
night,
video.
everyone.
Want to see it super fast? Ted, you can like sign up after this video.
Have a good night.
Night,
Okay,
Sierra.
bye.
Okay, bye. Have a
Said
good
no.
night.
Thank you, Kim.